Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. When atheism emerged in Europe about 2 centuries ago, specifically during the era of Enlightenment, it was a philosophical atheism and not a scientific one. This is because atheism is based on factors that have no connection with science. Here we will exhibit 10 the errors of atheism. The belief in science based on that the universe is orderly, is designed, and has fine-tuned laws. Contemporary experimental sciences are built on a formal notion that the universe is controlled with precision. Otherwise, no specific theory would be accurate. No one can trust in scientific outputs, nor there would be any advancement in science. Where did this notion come from? This notion came from the belief that the universe is precisely created. There is a Unitarian religious belief that represents the basis of experimental sciences. And so, the elite universities were all established at the hands of religious men. The biggest university in the world, Harvard, is named after the religious man John Harvard. Peter Atkins, a contemporary atheist, accepted this and says, science emerged from religion. 90% of the founders of the Royal Society in England believe in God. Also, we must know that the fundamentals of experimental sciences were laid down by the religious scholars throughout the history. Jabir ibn Hayyan, the first chemist. Ibn Nafis, who discovered pulmonary circulation. Mendel, the scientist who discovered the laws of inheritance. Isaac Newton. All the founders of experimental sciences were religious people. The second proof, it follows the first proof. The fine-tuning of the universe wasn't just a faith claim, but it has become a scientific reality. The universe is operated with laws and physical constants that have been released with astonishing precision. Allah says in the Quran, صُنْعَ اللَّهِ الَّذِي أَتْقَنَ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ, the work of Allah, who perfected all things. Religion confirms the fact that all the physical realities in the universe and its laws are precise and released with accuracy, with purpose and goal behind its creation. And none of these were created in vain. Allah says in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْنَا السَّمَاءَ وَالْأَرْضَ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا بَاطِلًا ذَلِكَ ظَنُّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا فَوَيْلٌ لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنَ النَّارِ. And we did not create the heaven and the earth and what is in between them in vain. That is the opinion of those who disbelieve. The third proof, everything that atheists consider to be arbitrary has shown to have a great advantage. For example, it was believed that the majority of the genome found in the DNA of the human being is junk DNA, just remnants of evolution. Today we found that junk DNA is one of the greatest miracles in genome, hidden treasure, as entitled in scientific journals. Every time science advances and moves forward, the claims of atheists diminish. They used to say, why the universe is big in size? What is the advantage of having such a big universe? Science has proved that the big size of universe is needed for our existence. We found that the mass of the universe is necessary for our existence, as we discovered the phenomenon of inertia. Inertia is the body's resistance to any movement. If you are driving in a car and the car suddenly stops, what will happen? The body will move forward. It is called inertia. The power of inertia depends on the mass. Amazingly, scientists have discovered that if inertia decreased in the least bit, then even air will be able to move the rock around easily. In such a world, we would be bombarded by all kinds of things around us. And if the inertia was greater than it is right now, then we would find it very difficult to move our fingers. And if we did move our fingers, we wouldn't be able to control the speed or the direction they move in. Scientists have been surprised by the fact that the mass of the Milky Way galaxy, including the Earth, is not responsible for maintaining the inertia except by 0.001 per million. This leads us to the conclusion that the ideal inertia is the product of the total mass of the universe as a whole. An ignorant person claims that the faraway galaxies are useless. Allah said in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْنَا السَّمَاءَ وَالْأَرْضَ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا بَاطِلًا ذَلِكَ ظَنُّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. And we did not create the heaven and the earth and what is between them in vain. That is the opinion of those who disbelieve. Atheism and new idolatry. Thomas Huxley, Darwin's bulldog, as he was known, named nature, dim nature, Mother Nature. We came from the nature, like everything else. This is the understanding of atheism as well as all the pagan practices. Atheism is nothing more than a return to paganism and calling upon the power of the physical nature in creating and making destiny for everything. So when the atheist climbs the highest peak in atheism, he discovers the paganism of atheism. The silence of atheism in front of every existential question. Atheism provides no answer for any existential question. Existential questions are the ones that concern the fate of the man. For example, how did everything begin? Atheism has no answer. What is the purpose of our existence? Atheism has no answer. What is the meaning of life? Atheism has no answer. Answers to existential questions is what the human being lives for. But atheism suffers from absolute silence when it comes to the answers of these questions. Atheism is a cognitive disorder. And every time you ask atheists, they will say that perhaps the answers to these questions will be found in the future. They are just believing in the future gaps, nothing else. The strange thing here, if you were an atheist and you feel discomfort with the non-existence of answers to any of these questions, atheism will rebuke you and will want you to remain a useless idiot who don't know the purpose of your existence and tries to convince you that this is the right attitude. Even though you know the value of this life, its purpose, and the meaning of your presence in this world. But atheism catapults you, in spite of all the proofs against it, into the mirage of chaos. The greatest anesthetic of mind is atheism. Wait me for the next part of this video. And don't forget to subscribe my channel and share this video. Goodbye. Peace be upon you.